What's going on, guys? I'm Jada Black. Shout out to everybody that's tuning in. I want to talk about Kayla and Nicole, man. I've spoken about her and Travis Kelce, but she recently posted a video on TikTok basically speaking about why after 5 years she hasn't been wifed up. We all know for the last 5 years she's been in a relationship with Travis Kelce. And that relationship had recently fell apart. And there were people who thought that, maybe after some time apart, they'd get back together because this has happened before with her and Travis Kelce. They broke up, I believe in 2020, right before the season, because there were rumors that he had cheated with a blonde, which he denied. He actually replied to the tweet of my video back in 2020. He wasn't happy. He was upset, replying to random tweets on Twitter that did not tag him. So that lets me know that there was something to it. And now they've been separated for months. And what was very interesting about the breakup with her and Travis Kelce was that it was right after she went out and spoke out against what Cam Newton had said in an interview. Cam Newton was talking about, basically the role of a woman in a relationship, according to him. And she was very bitter about that. Very bitter about that. And she took to social media, not only on her Twitter page, but she also, I believe, made an Instagram video where she spoke basically about how she was, unhappy what he was saying, and she had some choice words for Cam Newton. She put a lot of energy into that, which was very weird, because if you're happy in your relationship, why would you care what Cam Newton had to say? And that's when the relationship, shortly after that, was dissolved. And there was things here and there where she would post subliminally, but she never really acknowledged whether the relationship was over. Now we know the relationship, not only is the relationship over, but she's posting videos about how after 5 years she should be wifed up by now. Okay, and we're going to get into that video, but I wanted people to understand this about Kayla and Nicole. Kayla and Nicole is like a lot of Western women, okay? They don't like gender roles. They don't like the fact that women do have a role to be there for the man that they're with. It ain't just about cooking and cleaning. It's about the other things, the intangibles that a good wife has that Kayla and Nicole must not have if Travis, after 5 years, didn't wife her up. Now, does that mean that her and Travis can't get back together? I mean, they could. I mean, he always breaks up with her and get back together with her, either right before the season or early on in the season, because he's done this before. He knows that she's desperate. He desperately wants to be with him. I mean, what else? How else do you call a 5-year relationship when apparently he spends little to no money on her? He spends little to no money on her, and she stayed with him for 5 years when she's practically paying her own bills and buying her own gifts. This dude put very little into this relationship because she's the one who DM'd him. She's the one that wanted to date him. In her own words, she says she got the liquid courage to DM him after some Insta flirting. By the way, in the comment section, liking posts, but not necessarily DMing. He had no interest in DMing her. Because what women got to understand is, if a man can sense that you like him, he's not going to DM you first. He's going to wait for you to do it. Maybe some way down the line he'd do it. But a man, especially if a man has options, he's not going to be DMing you like that. And she DM'd him. She's the one that wants this relationship. And I think that Travis tried to make it work for her, but I don't think he was that interested in being with her anymore. And I think that's probably what bothers her, maybe to this day, to where she's posting this video randomly about why after 5 years she should be wifed up. See, this is a cautionary tale for a lot of Western women. Just because you may look good, you may keep yourself together physically, you're youthful, you're still youthful, that doesn't mean that a man is going to wife you. You need to have intangibles of a wife. And maybe Kayla Nicole does not have that for Travis. I tweeted something recently. I saw him on NFL Network back in July during training camp. and he had a different look, right? His old vibe was a little different. You know, he was acting more like his brother, because him and his brother like polar opposites. And I said to myself, and I posted a tweet about how, you know, Travis is out of that phase. Y'all know that phase that, you know, I want to be cool like the black guys phase, right? It just seemed like he was kind of past that, right? That how it seemed to me. You know, no diss to Travis, but I'm just saying that how it came off. Like he was sort of in a different phase in his life, right? And that's one thing that I noticed. And still, he hasn't gotten back with her. And maybe she's expecting him to get back with her. She was expecting him to come back to her, and he never did, because he's over this. He's over whatever, you know, they had. I think he's done with that, and I think he's moved on. And that's why she's posting TikTok videos with the what ifs and, you know, what's going on? Why haven't I been wifed up? So let's get into this particular article here. This is from Marca. It says, ex-girlfriend of Chiefs tight end Travis Kelce shows she's still bitter about the breakup. Kelce dated her for 5 years, but only gave her $100 over that span of time, per report. That is true. I believe she even corroborated that. Kansas City Chiefs tight end Travis Kelce recently ended a 5-year relationship with Instagram model Kayla and Nicole, and she apparently is still bitter about the breakup. Nicole, who's 30, shared a TikTok of her saying she is stupid for believing Kelce was going to ask her to marry him after dating for 5 years. You're not stupid, Kayla. No, I am actually. Though I thought I'd get wifed after dating for 5 years. That's 1,800 days, the video caption says. Kelce and Nicole first got together in 2017 when she made the first move, but they split in the summer of 2020 over rumors he was cheating on her with a blonde. They reunited later that year and had been together until 2022, when a story broke that Kelce made her pay half of everything to prove she wasn't with him for the money. And guess what? She did it because she really wanted to be with Travis. See, when a woman really wants to be with you, she's going to do whatever she can to make your life as comfortable as possible. And that's what she tried to do. And she thought that by doing this, that she would get something at the end of that, and she never did. Now, again, things could always change. You know, things could always change, but it hasn't changed now to where she's posting this. She wouldn't have posted this video if things would be changing. See, this is what happens when you're desperately trying to get somebody and they know that, and they are with you only because basically because they don't want to hurt your feelings. And he finessed her. If you okay, that's a strong word. Not finesse. I would say that he basically used her own need for his love against her by saying, hey, you know, if you really love me and care about me, you will pay half of your, you know, pay for your own stuff. You want something, you go buy it. I'm not going to be doing that. Right. And she did it because she thought, once again, that she would be rewarded, and that never happened.
You're not stupid, Karen. No, I am actually. I'm failing almost everything.
Don't want to have no music issues. You see how this video just shows us where she's at. You know, it's a lot of pity there. And what Kayla has to understand is that, once again, he didn't really want to be with you like that. He was with you because you wanted to be with him, and he didn't want to break your heart. You didn't want to break your heart. Yes, he wanted to see if you really wanted him, as far as, you know, not for his money. You wanted to be with him because of love. But at the end of the day, he basically chose to go in a different direction. It happens. Women do it all the time. If a woman don't want to be with a guy, she's going to leave him. And Travis was like, you know what? I like you. You're a cool person, but I think it's time to move on. And I maybe Kayla isn't used to rejection, because this video that she posted looks like a whole lot of rejection and defeat. She looks defeated in this video. And maybe she's trying to get his attention by posting this video. She's posting all types of thirst traps now. You go to her Instagram, man, nothing but thirst traps. Okay. Now she's been trying to get his attention all summer and it hasn't really worked. They say there was some. It looked like they could be, because I believe they say he might be interacting with her, but nothing ever came of that. I just think that, you know, it's over. There was a rumor that she went to Vegas with Wiz Khalifa, you know, during the breakup. I would not doubt that. I would not doubt that at all. I mean, Travis Kelce isn't picking up the phone, so he don't really want to deal with her right now. Let's see. Over the 5-year span that Kelce dated Nicole, he only gave her $100, all while she had to watch her good friend Brittany Matthews marry Chiefs quarterback Patrick Mahomes and have 2 children together. Nicole, meanwhile, was still having to prove herself to the 32-year-old Super Bowl champion, who was playing on a 4-year, $60 million contract. Well, that's his money, not hers. She does not. She's not deserving of any of that money. That's his money. He's not deserving of that. Now, I will say this though, Kelce, not Kelce, but Kayla is one of the few women who I know who's a quote unquote Instagram model who will allow themselves to date a professional athlete, and that professional athlete does nothing for them. She would have been none left if this was somebody else. I'm telling you right now. The TikTok is not a good look for Nicole, as it seems she is chasing clout by reminding everyone she used to date an NFL player. Nicole is currently a Savage Fendi ambassador, so she should focus on her career and forget she ever knew Kelce. It's going to be difficult because she's still in love with that guy, but he's moved on. The season is starting and he's focused on that. Now, again, things could always change. You know, I saw rumors. I saw some some rumors that he was going to get engaged to her. I think this was last year. He's going to get engaged to her. They're talking marriage. I knew it was BS. That dude don't want to marry her. I would not be surprised if Travis Kelce is married to a woman of his hue and of his community. Y'all may not like that, but that's just how it is, people. It's just how it is. You know, you don't have to like what I'm saying, but what I'm saying is reality. It's definitely reality, and it should be reality for Kayla Nicole. That's why she was so bitter at Cam Newton, because she realized that a man likes a woman a certain way. No, we don't want these 21st century, you know, feminist liberal women who don't want to do nothing in the household. They feel like, you know, they should be lazy and not really try hard when it comes to a relationship. They think that because they physically look good, that's all they need to bring to a relationship. You're going to need more than that. We need more than that. And I think that maybe if Kayla looks herself in the mirror, she will realize that it's going to take more than a nice body to keep a man wanting them in a relationship. That you need to have intangibles of a wife, and she doesn't have the intangibles of a wife if we're looking at this situation and Travis Kelce is not trying to wife her up. So let me know, stay in the comment section. Let me know your thoughts. Like this video and share. Follow me on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram, and I'll see y'all on the next one.